Atomic Habits is a practical guide to understanding how small, incremental changes can lead to remarkable results over time. James Clear, a habits expert, explains the science behind habit formation and provides actionable strategies to build good habits and break bad ones. The book is based on the idea that tiny changes, when compounded, can create significant long-term outcomes. Chapter 1. The Power of Atomic Habits. James Clear starts Atomic Habits with a powerful premise. Tiny changes can lead to remarkable results. He calls these small changes atomic habits, small, incremental, and seemingly insignificant actions that, when repeated consistently, compound into massive transformations over time. Think of it like this. If you improve by just 1% every day, you'll be 37 times better by the end of the year. That's the power of compounding habits. But here's the catch. Habits are a double-edged sword. Good habits can propel you towards success, while bad habits can slowly drag you down. The key is to understand how habits work and how to design systems that make good habits inevitable and bad habits impossible. Chapter 2. How Habits Shape Your Identity. One of the most profound ideas in Atomic Habits is the connection between habits and identity. Clear argues that the ultimate goal isn't to achieve a particular outcome, like losing weight or writing a book, but to become the type of person who embodies those results. In other words, your habits shape your identity, and your identity shapes your habits. For example, if you want to become a runner, don't just focus on running a certain number of miles. Instead, focus on becoming the type of person who runs every day. Every time you lace up your shoes and hit the pavement, you're casting a vote for your new identity. Over time, these small actions reinforce who you are and who you want to be. Chapter 3. The Habit Loop. To change your habits, you need to understand how they work. Clear introduces the habit loop, which consists of 4 steps: cue, craving, response, and reward. Cue, the trigger that initiates the behavior. Craving, the motivation or desire behind the behavior. Response, the actual habit or action you take. Reward, the benefit or satisfaction you gain from the behavior. For example, let's say you have a habit of scrolling through social media. The cue might be boredom. The craving is the desire for entertainment. The response is picking up your phone, and the reward is the dopamine hit you get from seeing new content. To change a habit, you need to disrupt this loop. Clear provides a framework for doing just that, which he calls the 4 laws of behavior change. Chapter 4. The 4 laws of behavior change. The 4 laws of behavior change are the backbone of Atomic Habits. They are practical, actionable strategies for building good habits and breaking bad ones. Let's break them down. Make it obvious. Design your environment to make cues for good habits obvious and cues for bad habits invisible. For example, if you want to drink more water, place a water bottle on your desk where you can't miss it. Make it attractive. Pair habits with something you enjoy. If you want to exercise but dread it, listen to your favorite podcast while you work out. Make it easy. Reduce friction for good habits and increase friction for bad ones. Want to read more? Leave a book on your pillow so it's easy to pick up before bed. Make it satisfying. Reward yourself immediately after completing a habit. This reinforces the behavior and makes it more likely to stick. By applying these laws, you can create a system that makes good habits effortless and bad habits difficult. Chapter 5. The Role of Environment. Your environment plays a crucial role in shaping your habits. Clear emphasizes that you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. If you want to change your habits, you need to design an environment that supports your goals. For example, if you're trying to eat healthier, Stock your kitchen with nutritious foods and keep junk food out of sight. If you want to focus better at work, create a clutter-free workspace. Small changes in your environment can have a big impact on your behavior. Chapter 6. The Goldilocks Rule. Ever wonder why some habits stick while others fizzle out? Clear introduces the Goldilocks Rule, which states that humans experience peak motivation when working on tasks that are just right in terms of difficulty. Not too hard, not too easy. To maintain motivation, you need to strike a balance between challenge and skill. If a habit is too easy, you'll get bored. If it's too hard, you'll get frustrated. The key is to find the sweet spot where you're consistently challenged, but not overwhelmed. Chapter 7. The Importance of Tracking. One of the most effective ways to build habits is to track them. Clear calls this habit tracking, and it's a simple yet powerful tool for maintaining consistency. When you track your habits, you create a visual record of your progress, which can be incredibly motivating. For example, if you're trying to meditate every day, mark an X on your calendar each time you complete a session. Over time, you'll build a chain of X's, and the thought of breaking the chain will motivate you to keep going. Chapter 8. The Downside of Habits. While habits are incredibly powerful, they're not without their downsides. Clear warns against becoming too rigid in your routines. Habits can lead to autopilot mode, where you stop thinking critically and simply go through the motions. To avoid this, it's important to periodically review your habits and ensure they're still aligned with your goals. Sometimes, you need to break old habits to make room for new ones. Chapter 9. The Compound Effect. Finally, Clear reminds us that habits are a long-term game. The true power of habits lies in their ability to compound over time. Just as money grows through compound interest, small habits grow into massive results when given enough time. The key is to be patient and trust the process. You won't see results overnight, but if you stick with it, the cumulative effect of your habits will be extraordinary. In conclusion, your habits, your future. And there you have it, The Core Ideas of Atomic Habits by James Clear. Remember, your habits are the building blocks of your future. By focusing on small, consistent changes, you can create a life of remarkable growth and achievement. As Clear says, you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. So, start small, stay consistent, and watch as your atomic habits transform your life. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed this summary, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights from the world's best books. Until next time, keep building those habits and creating the life you deserve.